Good morning, Throttle family. I'm starting my vlog off today at the auto parts store where I'm almost always at, it seems, these days. I've gone ahead and stopped over here to pick up some paint for my 13B engine block, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of running around today up to LA from San Diego to BCC to check out the Bodywork. And I also have to stop off at DNA Garage because, as usual, they saved my day and found a part that I need to get dropped off at BCC so we can continue paint work. Stay tuned. I'm going to take you guys on the journey today with me. Alright, so we made it up to DNA Garage. We're gonna go ahead and walk in and see what the boys are up to today. Of course, as always, it's a real healthy lineup of FDs and RX-7s in general in the parking lot. I always love coming here because of that. At any rate, Louis did some saving this morning for me and dropped by Mazda Tricks and picked up a couple headlight covers. As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, headlight covers on FDs like this. Oh, rip, never mind. That one doesn't have it. But these right here, these covers are known to be really brittle and they break really easily. So when you're working on the car and the hood's up, it's really easy to actually put your hand and lean on it. And once they're 25 years old, they're really brittle. So there's very few left in the States. Louis was able to find a couple for me and pick them up. I got to drop them off at BCC Unlimited today, and so they can be painted with the car. Ooh, we're getting so close to paint. Let's go in and see what's going on with the boys. John, who you guys probably remember from the porting video, is gonna show me my housings that have been finished ported. There was a bunch of work done after I left that day. So we're gonna go ahead and see what's been done, and also show you guys a little secret that John and Louis had up their sleeve for us. All right, what do we have here? So this is our center iron, correct? Yep. This is the oil filler.
This is rear.
This is our rear housing. Wow, this needs cleaned up a bit.
Need some cleaning.
So porting looks absolutely beautiful, as we expected it would. Wow. So I don't think I told you guys yet, but we have decided, after a lot of thought and discussion, to actually go full bridge port. We were going to do a partial bridge, which means, and correct me if I'm wrong, John, that the center housing does not actually get a bridge.
It would just be just a straight.
It would just be a standard port, as you'd see here, or a modified port.
Yeah,
even
modified. This is modified,
but without an inlet bridge.
Correct.
And man, John's port work is absolutely gorgeous. If I could get the camera to focus, it'd be much better. But you can see this has all been cleaned up. Anything you see in there is just dust. To tell you I'm excited to hear this thing is an understatement. The noises that are going to come out of this motor are going to be absolutely glorious. John told me this is the exact same porting setup that they ran on, what car was it?
Bonneville.
Okay, so the Bonneville 1986 Bonneville car that did
the record's
238 miles an hour at Bonneville. And apparently the noises that come out of this setup are incredible. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to have a bit of a different note than most of the others out there, I'm hoping. And should be pretty good. We got off on a tangent and John started showing me how he actually modifies the side seals on the rotors. This is a side seal, and it slides into this little groove on the rotor. And so essentially this is like a piston ring. It controls the oil inside the housing, and basically what he's done here is he's using this rotor as a jig. This is an old rotor. You can see it's been completely thrashed. But what it does is it actually bolts down onto their drill press, and then they have a stone as the media. This stone will actually, you know, be brought down with this handle here, and it comes down into the seal area, and actually will modify the side seal that I've purchased. This is an old used one just for you guys to see, but my new side seals, once they're put into this jig, they'll lower the stone into place into the corner seal here, and actually modify the side seal so that it fits snug against the corner seal. So there's very tight tolerances. John is very keen on having the tolerances ultra tight. You guys can see the side seal sits in this groove, and then it's going to rest against the corner seal, which pops into there. And having this machined on the stone here to sit against the side seal almost directly is adequate and is actually preferred by John. So once I'm not going to be here for this actual machine work, so that's why I'm showing you guys this now. There is a lot of little things that go on behind the scenes to get everything ready for assembly. Since these guys are an hour and a half away from my house, I'm not going to have time to come up here while they're preparing all the seals and everything. So that's why I want to bring some of this stuff to you guys today while I'm here. DNA has been gracious enough to go out of their way to pick up those parts for me this morning, so I'm doing my best to also bring you guys content while I'm here. So I hope you guys appreciate this. I am super pumped to see this thing come together. Just a couple days now, and we're gonna have a sealed engine. Hey Rick, look what we got here, brother. So I've been pitching DNA to you guys as a rotary shop, but it's kind of a lie. They're actually gurus of all vehicles. They do work on piston engines, even Porsche engines. So Louis is in the midst of actually making a wiring harness for this jammer right now. All right, so Louis totally bailed me out today by picking up these headlight covers, as I mentioned to you guys. Again, can't see it on here, but oh, there it is. Blue and white tags. You know how I like my white, blue and white OEM tags for Mazda. That means it's a genuine part. I gotta run these over to BCC Unlimited now. We're getting this close to spraying paint on the car, so they need those as a final piece of the puzzle. I did have another set. We ordered it. It's stuck at the port in Long Beach for over 2 weeks. I don't know what they think. They came from Japan, so I don't know what they think you could hide in these things to hold them at the port. I don't know if they think we're smuggling drugs in our headlight covers or what, but at any rate, luckily Mazda Tricks had a couple sit on the shelf they were willing to give up. For me, Louis picked them up. You're the man, Louis. We'll be working with a company on this build called ATP, Advanced Thermal Products. This is one of their pieces. They will also be wrapping the turbo exhaust side, the downpipe, as well as the wastegate with their materials. So to say that we're going the extra mile to keep engine temperatures and under bonnet temperatures down is an understatement. I'm really happy with the way this project's shaping up. We've got a lot of great partners on board. I think we're doing a lot of the right things to make sure that this is a build that's gonna not only perform well, but it will turn heads in the process. I'm super excited, if you guys can't tell. The smile hasn't left my face for a while. All right, boys, well, it's time for me to head over to BCC. I hope you'll join me as we trek over there and go visit Doug and see where the car's at. Oh, it's in there. Yeah, there it is.
Being before, like, we're wavy.
Incredible. It's looking really good. Even gone through and tightened up all of this so that the body kit fits really nice and snug. Man, that's going the extra mile. Most people just paint those things and slap them on. Usually don't even use primer.
That's the stuff that drives me crazy.
Oh, rolled fenders, looking good. And what else? Oh, you guys had to do a little work here, eh? Woo. This is a little secret that I haven't told you guys yet. We wanted to make the car basically an OEM style car, but we want to have a little bit of custom work done. So we actually molded in the factory vents. There's really no reason to have them modular. The clips always break. So I had Doug actually bond in the vents. These are actually a carbon fiber vent that's been molded into the steel fender. I think that's gonna look awesome. Nice and smooth and sleek. So I had them fill the plate in here. This was cut. You can see where it used to end around here. There's nowhere to mount the plate unless you screwed it to the bash bar inside. So gone ahead and closed that off. Now I can actually mount a license plate on here nice and cleanly. Also gonna have them drill out the hole for the key. This was not drilled out previously, and I do have a functioning keyhole that I want to be able to access. So they're gonna drill that out the rest of the way before they do final body work. Ooh. Man, the gaps are so tight. They've tightened up everything on this car. Just like factory specifications, so nice. I gotta say, the little things that these guys are doing here at BCC Unlimited are what goes a long way with me. I'm a details guy, as you guys know. I couldn't have asked for a better partner in this project than BCC Unlimited, because they have gone, I go the extra mile. These guys are going the extra like 5 miles, and I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate that about the work that they're doing here. It's really starting to show, and I think once the final paint coat goes on, it's really gonna really shine. So the level of detail is exquisite. I cannot wait to see the paint on this car. One other thing that the guys over here did was they had a stock bumper beam from an OEM bumper, and they've basically modified the fiberglass bumper to accept the stock mount for the top. So right now there's just screws holding it into this metal bumper bar or bumper mounting bar. Those are gonna come out. Those are just temporary, and this will be riveted and then smooth. This metal bar will now become a part of the fiberglass bumper. It's the little things. It's just the little things that make this so awesome. I've really enjoyed the fact that they've gone back and actually re-gapped all of this. Fiberglass bumpers are notorious for bad gapping. They've gone in and closed up all of the edging from the bumper to the fender. They're just crushing it. I don't even know what else to say. I couldn't be any happier. Alright guys, I just left BCC Unlimited. They are crushing it with the car, as you guys saw. I'm super excited to get that thing in paint and get it back so we can start building it up. Trying to debut this car at 7 stock in just 3 weeks time. Major problem with that. I'm actually losing a week before 7 stock to SEMA. SEMA is the week of 7 stock, so I actually have only about 2.5 weeks to get this car from nothing to showstopper. It's gonna be a lot of work. Me and the homeboy Ricky are gonna be on it. Unfortunately, my dad, Big Jeff, has gone back to Ohio and he cannot be of assistance. Maybe I should fly him out to help. That's an idea. Anyway, gonna drive back to San Diego now. It's about an hour and a half. Got a lot of time to think about what needs to happen in the coming weeks to get this car finished up. Just wanted to go out and say thank you guys so much for all your support. I really appreciate you guys being so attentive to the RX-7 and the videos that we've been producing about it. It's been great for our channel. It's been great for us. It's been great for the morale inside the Throttle company. So thank you guys so much. It's really kind. We love the support. I'd also like to say thank you guys for supporting BCC Unlimited and DNA Garage. Both companies have been integral in the rebuilding of this car. Could not have done it without the support of these guys, and you guys have been awesome. According to both business owners, the phones have been ringing off the hook with people looking to have work done by both of them for their personal cars. So that is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and put this camera down so I don't crash into a tree. Throttle family is the best family. I'll see you guys on the flip side.